This drawing by Annie Pootoogook is a classic example of her work and of the reason really why, after her inclusion in a 2001 exhibition, her reputation took off and she became so well known. Unlike the works of her grandmother Feheley, who is actually depicted in a famous photograph of her on the table, the photograph that's sitting on the table to the left, unlike her grandmother Feheley, who always would do drawings, narrative drawings about how they used to live, how women, what women did in the past. Annie had said she can't talk about the past because it's not her life. She can only talk about the present, which was an extraordinarily different look at Inuit graphics and a very unique one. So in this case, this is, according to Annie, she said that this is quite often something that you would see in Cape Dorset. An older person would ask a younger person to remove the gray hairs from their hair. And they would use tweezers, which was probably very painful. And then they would place the hairs generally on a Bible, because a Bible was a black book and then the gray hairs would show up. It's a very restful domestic scene. There's a cup of tea which is steaming in front, the little garbage bag made out of an old can. And in the background, the plastic flowers, the clock, the various things that are hanging on the wall for decoration. And on the far right, just the indication of a window with the curtain. Annie's straightforward depiction of day-to-day life in KINGAIT was a revelation both to the South, when she was embraced as an extraordinary contemporary artist, but also, and maybe more important, in the North, where artists who had been, frankly, very frequently simply copying what earlier generations of artists had done, realized that you could actually draw what you wanted, what you felt you wanted to draw, and be successful. The latter part is important as well. So Annie led the way for many artists to follow in what was really an extraordinary period of activity in the Cape Dorset studios, where artists just began creating new and different and very contemporary images. In this case, it is very understandable why she achieved such national and international acclaim. It is a loving, domestic, very serene and peaceful interior scene.